Friday. Happy football weekend with the President's Cup and everything else that you got going on. Baseballs, chases, with all the chases that are happening. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
What it do?
I do a lot. Watch a little footy last night. See the
Indeed.
Brownie the Elf with his little curly Q hair like Bob's big boy at midfield.
Looked good yesterday.
Yeah, they did. It was a weird football game. It was, and there's nothing that stands out from it for me to sit here and tell you. The Jacoby Brissett, Mari Cooper thing seems like it's a thing. 7 catches for Cooper, 101 yards and a touchdown. The questions afterwards about Mitchell Trubisky and is he the guy and when is Mike Tomlin going to make the change? And that catch right there was ridiculous by George Pickens.
Oh, that was sick. There's too much talent on the Steelers for them to be that inept.
Offensively.
And it could be that it is an offensive line issue, but for them to not be able to push the football downfield, for Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, to not have explosive plays in this offense, the next step is your quarterback play. The next step is, okay, can Kenny Pickett make more throws downfield? Because right now, there's nothing that scares you offensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So you can continue to play these close games and come up just short because they haven't figured out a way to unlock those weapons in that offense. And the thing that stands out to me is I'm all in on the cinder block that is Jacoby Brissett. Like, the dude is just solid.
Of course he is.
And it locks in to Amari Cooper, which makes a ton of sense.
Yep.
Amari Cooper is a really good wide receiver.
Yep.
He was just making too much money for Dallas Cowboy fans. He is one of the best route runners in the league. When you give him targets, he makes plays.
Well, and they're fine. Like I'm not worried about Cleveland per se. Their defense is really good, and they did that without Jadeveon Clowney. They have Nick Chubb's a terrific running back. He had 113 yards yesterday. Najee Harris only had 56. They've got receivers and Jacoby Brissett. Like if you go backups over the year, like just say the last decade, he's been the best plug-in guy. Him and Fitz, right? Except for Jacoby Brissett's won more games. I mean, you've had 2 guys you say, all right, plug in for a stopgap. I can go multiple games with this guy, and it was Jacoby Brissett. It is, right? That's the guy you've trusted, whether he was in New England, whether he was in Indianapolis, now where he is in Cleveland. No, they're fine.
Because you're seeing a good case study.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is a similar team to Cleveland, where you have, all right, we have one of these veteran quarterbacks, and you're seeing a big difference in how a Mitchell Trubisky is playing an offense versus Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. All right, we're here for you on a Friday, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. We'll get ready for Lobos and LSU tomorrow, go through the college weekend, tell you what happened in college football last night. The NFL, there's injuries and there's bonuses and there's stories, so we'll go through that. Big news out of Lobo football this morning. Not great news, but big news. And then 9 o'clock, Justin Harris is going to join us. Lobo going home. Lobo from Louisiana as they go down and take on LSU tomorrow down in Tiger Stadium in Death Valley. 4:30 pregame coverage over on News Radio KKOB. Crummy news for the Lobos defensively. Tavian Combs, who's playing the Lobo position, is out for the season. ACL left knee. Danny Gonzalez said that after practice yesterday, which is such a bummer because he was one of the 2 or 3 best players on that defense. Now, A.J. Halsey stepped in last week and earned Freshman of the Week honors in the Mountain West, basically filling his shoes, playing in his place. And so A.J. Halsey is going to continue to play quite a bit. But that was a bummer. That was a bummer.
Hey, you lose your second best defender
After Jarek Reed? Is that
after Jarek Reed.
Yeah. It's probably, he's one of their 2 best. Yeah.
And the reason that A.J. Halsey was able to step up and make those plays, unfortunately, is because Tavion Combs got hurt. But you see the ceiling for this freshman A.J. Halsey. The Lobos secondary is very good, even without Tavion Combs in there. And that's where you have this stinks. We wish we had Tavion out there, but we still believe in this defense overall.
Well, yeah. Look, that's losing a big piece. I think it takes a step back. I mean, you lose in a stud who's always at the football. a guy who can defend the pass and stop the run. He's a stud, and it's a bummer, but that's where that is. 31.5 is what the spread is now. It's been bet up to that as the Lobos go to Baton Rouge to take on the LSU Tigers. All right, we got a bunch of stuff in the NFL. Is there anything in particular this weekend? Is it the Bucks and Packers? Is it Rodgers and Brady, the one that's just kind of jumping off the board to both of you? Is that kind of where you guys are this week?
Yes, because it might be the last time they play each other.
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
And they've both been less than spectacular.
As have their teams. They're both in weird situations right now, right? I mean, I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers.
Receivers on both sides this weekend, too.
Yeah. No, can you catch the football?
Who can catch the football?
I mean, honestly,
on either side.
Cole Beasley just got signed.
Cole, yeah.
How many Scotty Millers and Cole Beasleys you can have running on the field?
As many as you can to catch a football. Rodgers trying to figure it out. He's got Alan Lazard back. But which rookie is he going to? Is it Dubs? Where's he going? Sammy Watkins is there. And then Tommy's without Mike Evans and Godwin. And that offensive line is beat up. And so, I mean, while it might not even be the best game, it really, there's a lot of intrigue to it. So we'll go through the NFL stuff and want your thoughts and get through it with you. Saw where Sean Payton has said that he is interested in coaching again if the job is right. Well, no bleep, right? I mean, whoever thought that Sean Payton was out of this for good? When he left New Orleans, you saw the thing falling apart, and he got out. He said, quote, if the right situation presented itself, I would definitely be interested. All right. So would we all. He says, and there's no utopia, if you will, when it comes to teams, but I felt like it was the right situation. I'd have interest in that. That all being said, that could come in a year, could come in 2 years. He's coaching again. He could be coaching the Cowboys next year. Like, why are we playing this game?
Wasn't the part of the reason he was getting out is potentially going somewhere else in that Dolphins deal with Tom Brady?
Well, theoretically. I mean, maybe, kind of, theoretically. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll monitor that. All right, did you catch any President's Cup yesterday?
What happened?
Did you catch any President's Cup yesterday?
No, I did not.
All right. U.S. won the first three.
All right.
They're up 4-1 going into today. And they look pretty good. I think one of the matches was like 5-4. No, they look good. They look good. I had it on the background. Very busy, very busy. But I don't know if this thing's going to go down the wire. I think this thing may get the suspense may not be there with this international team and this United States team. But yeah, I want to remind you that the sweet deal from earlier this week is still available for you. You can go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com, click on the sweet deal icon, and Crunch Fitness, a full year membership for half price. So $200, $199. We'll get you a full year membership over at Crunch Fitness on Lomas and Wantabo. Full service, wonderful gym, and you can take advantage of that by going to our website, sportsanimalabq.com, click on the sweet deal icon, and it'll be there for you today. We'll also have a new sweet deal for you coming up at about 8:20 today. 8:15, kind of a really cool thing. New Mexico Bowl partnered with the College Football Playoff Foundation and is taking part in the Extra Yard for Teachers. And yesterday, JJ Amory, I got to go out and was at John Adams Middle School after the show yesterday. And we presented a special education teacher named Brianna Perea with $1,000 to use in her classroom. And she's going to come on just for a few minutes with us later and explain what that meant, what $1,000 does for a teacher in a classroom. And she was showing me things in her classroom. It's like, no, I mean, all these things I went out, I buy with my own money. And you're thinking that shouldn't be that way. And that's why we partnered with this. That's why it's become important in New Mexico Bowl. Everybody says, we want to do stuff in the community. We want to do stuff in the community. And well, we did something yesterday. And to put $1,000 into that classroom, you guys, I can't even tell you. Your son's going to be in school here soon. And you're going to realize how many great teachers there are. But this young lady dedicates herself and works after school. And the special ed is so hard and So just to see what it meant to her, we're just going to have her on for a few minutes. That'll be at 8:15. All right, so 505-246-0610. We're here from you. We'll hold with you, and we'll Friday with you as we get you ready for a football weekend that should be pretty fun. When we come back, should the Steelers change quarterbacks? Let's have that conversation. JJ started it. Let's get into it. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
A 16-point favorite. Did you see the spread in the Air Force game?
Yes.
24. Does that feel like too many?
Not for Air Force. I think Boise State should be higher too.
I think Boise State should be higher.
I'll take that 16 all day.
Air Force is going to be cranky coming off of that loss Saturday in Laradice. Nevada coming off, where were they? In Iowa last week. They got shut out. And the other game tonight, you get Virginia at Syracuse. Syracuse coming off of that last-second victory. And who knew there was a nuclear reactor at Purdue until we talked to Jerry yesterday, but they beat Purdue. Does every school have a nuclear reactor on campus?
That's crazy.
Isn't that
Maybe
crazy?
every engineering school potentially?
I don't know,
They're
but I mean, who knew? And Jerry he didn't even know the story. He hit me later with a link. He's like, "Is this why you asked me about that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because a student at Utah, she was arrested for threatening to detonate the nuclear reactor on campus if Utah would have lost to San Diego State." He hadn't heard that story. And he's like, "Yeah, we have one on our campus too." I'm like, "Wait, what? Who knew?"
Doesn't everyone?
Yeah, right?
Hang out at the nuclear reactor for lunch.
Who freaking knew? All right. Should the Steelers make a change at quarterback? Right after the game, Mike Tomlin, the coach of the Steelers, was asked, "Are you ready to make a change at quarterback?" Answer was no. I'm not in that mindset. I'm interested in reviewing this tape, but looking at the totality of it, and figuring out how we collectively get better. So the answer to that question is definitively no. All right. At least not now. I don't know how long they can go with Mitchell Trubisky. Like, people were excited about this. Do you remember when Mitchell Trubisky signed with the Steelers in the offseason? People were kind of fired up about this, and he's getting a chance now, and there's going to be a team around him, and he's actually pretty good, and it wasn't fair with the Bears because he didn't have anybody, and it was with Matt Nagy and that whole mess. Remember, that was the narrative? People were kind of excited about this.
And he's falling flat on his face with his opportunity of a solid football team. There's too many weapons on this offense. It's not, just look at Najee Harris. I think what we're finding out is he's just an average back at this point in time because he doesn't have explosiveness. But Deontay Johnson, George Pickens do. Chase Claypool should be winning matchups on the outside with his size. And there was talk this week going into the game, Mitch Trubisky was ready to open it up, throw it downfield. He didn't really do that. And so if I'm sitting there as Pittsburgh, and there's things that the veteran quarterback does better than the rookie, get it.
But do you know that?
In terms of handling the team, practice, all this stuff, Mitch Trubisky should have the edge and all that. But I look at Trubisky versus Kenny Pickett right now, and I don't think Pittsburgh has a lower floor if Kenny Pickett is playing these games. What they do have is potentially a higher ceiling moving forward. I don't think they play Kenny Pickett, and then you're looking at a team like, oh, they're going to go on and win the division, but you're looking for a spark. And I don't have any problem with Mike Tomlin in that moment with that post-game comment. Like, let me look at the film. I'm not talking about a quarterback change right now, but you have an extra few days since you play it on Thursday. It's a legitimate conversation that you're not going anywhere with Mitch Trubisky. So why not see what your first-round pick can do this season?
So when? Now?
Right now.
So right now. All right. So you think they're kind of at risk of losing their whole season right now? And look, I'm not sure I'm arguing with you, because as they sit here and they're 1-2, and they haven't scored more than 20 points in a game, and that was once. They've scored 20, 14, and 17. They get the Jets next week.
Got a really tough stretch coming up.
Jets, Bills, Bucks, Dolphins, Eagles, Saints, Bengals. Yeah, really tough stretch.
So if this is just all about, hey, we don't want to get Kenny Pickett broken, then it's going to be the same thing the rest of the season is this team just coming up short offensively. Because if you're going to get beat, what does it hurt if Kenny Pickett has some bumps on the road along the way?
I think you're really close, right? Like yesterday, they gave up a touchdown late, but I mean, they're one possession. The other 2 games, they lost in overtime and on possession. I'm going to guess Mike Tomlin thinks we're right there. And it could take you into the film room and say, look, we make this play or this play. And it's not on the quarterback. If the receiver makes it, they'll show you a play. We win the game, right? Danny Gonzalez tells us all the time, it comes down to a few plays in a game that can swing it, right? I'm sure he feels that way. I got to believe that Mike Tomlin, whose job it is to win, who gets paid to win, is doing what he feels is the best thing to do to win a football game. And this is where I always lean. You and I have this conversation a lot. I lean on them because they see him every day, and I don't. Right? I don't know if Kenny Pickett's any good. It's like the quarterback conversation we had around here. I see him, but I don't see him like they do. Or whenever we're talking about making a change, right? The coaches, they want to win more than you and I do. It's their job.
They do.
And so I think they're doing what they think is the best way to win. To your point,
you're going to get the same results all year.
Are you?
Yes.
And so I think, but do you think he feels that? Do you think Mike Tomlin feels that? Because
honestly, no. Because
Right.
here's the thing.
Right.
With they are focused on winning that day. Maybe the front office, the fan base, they're about, hey, what's this going to look like moving forward?
Yeah.
That is their jobs, and I trust Mike Tomlin in this,
right?
Because he doesn't have teams that fall apart. I'm not expecting this team to fall apart, but we see it with Mitch Trubisky. It's not just, it's only 2 games. It's like, you're a veteran dude. You shouldn't need time to fit in.
Yeah, they should.
It's like Jacoby Brissett, like stepping into a Browns offense. He figured it out. It's like, all right, Mark Cooper. Now they have a much better running game. I get that in Cleveland,
yeah.
But there's plays to be made in this passing game, and he's not making them.
Have they been letting him throw down the field enough? You talked about the weapons that he's got in Deontay Johnson and Claypool and Pickens. Pickens. Is it all on him? Is it his reads? And this is where I honestly don't know. Are they letting him throw down the field enough? Do they trust him to utilize those weapons? Is it all on him? And again, I honestly don't know. And this is where I look at a situation like that and I'm like, I hear you. And fans are going, well, what are we going to look like going forward? And the coach is like, well, if I don't win, then it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to be here going forward. Wow. So I got to figure out the best way for me to be around when we're going forward.
And I think that not just the organization, Mike Tomlin, like, even if they have their first losing season, he's not going.
I think that's right. Okay, I think that's right. I think he's a really good coach, and they don't lose with him. Now, have they been winning at a high enough clip with him? They've been winning at a above average clip, right? Steeler fan, I know you're there. I know you are. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. So where are you 3 games in now with your quarterback situation? Do you want to go to the rookie? Do you want to make the switch? Do you feel like it's time? 505-246-0610. You can send a text to that number as well. Emails are coming in this morning. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com.
And with Trubisky, it's not like he's also giving you an added dimension in the run game.
That's right.
So you're focused on, all right, he didn't turn the football over. Fantastic. Completed 20 passes, 204 yards, no touchdown.
That's what you're getting. All right. When we return, did Jerry Jones just suggest that Cooper Rush could steal Dak's job? Wait, what? 505. I know it makes y'all laugh. 505-246-0610. Could Cooper Rush, Wally Pipp, Dak Prescott? Did Jerry Jones just say that? We'll go through that when we come back. It's fall now. I know it doesn't feel like it, but it's fall now. It's deep into football season. It's almost October. Holidays are coming. You got events. You want to feel your best and look your best. And so, gentlemen and ladies, that's what I'm telling you about. NuMale. NuMale's always there for you. NuMale's there for men to handle things like fatigue and depression, even erectile dysfunction with their industry-leading testosterone replacement. They're also there for you with industry-leading hair replacement. So, gentlemen and ladies, the number is 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 or online at NuMale, NuMale.com. You can pick the option that's best for you. They have platelet-rich plasma hair therapy. It uses your own platelets to stimulate stem cells deep in your hair follicles to stop hair loss and regrow hair. FDA-cleared clinical hair restoration lasers, proven to regrow hair. And NeoGraft hair transplants, which produce natural-looking results in less than a week and no linear scarring. These work for both men and women who want natural, thicker heads of hair without side effects. NuMale's in Albuquerque. You can call them at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or online at NuMale.com.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years.
Player for the New York Yankees back in the day. He became a verb. As in, you got Wally pipped. he was out. Lou Gehrig took over, and Lou Gehrig went on his million game, whatever the number is, consecutive game streak played, right? Never came out. Never. Lou Gehrig went in, took his job, was better. Is there a chance that Dak Prescott gets Wally pipped by Uncle Time? Good morning to you. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A-Marie, and Adrian. So, Uncle Time is undefeated, never lost, but will at some point. Unlike Father Time, who is undefeated, never lost, never will. Uncle Time is Cooper Rush, who is 2-0 as a starter. Jerry Jones is the owner of the Cowboys, JJ, and is comparing Cooper Rush playing now to when Dak Prescott played when Tony Romo was hurt. Basically, essentially saying we could have a quarterback controversy that Cooper Rush could take Dak Prescott's job. And I think you're all just going, ha, ha, ha. Really? You just paid him 4 years, $160 million to be your backup? No way. Jerry's quote, of course I want it. He's talking to The Athletic. If Rush comes in there and plays as well as Prescott played over these next games ahead, I'd walk to New York to get that. Of course, we want Dak to be here next week. That's the thing you do. But Dak and I want Rush to lead the team to victory here and get another win. Looking back, when Dak was playing instead of Tony, it was game by game. So I do think it's possible for Rush to come in here and play at a level and win games the way Prescott did when he took over for Romo. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I certainly think that's possible. End quote. So Jerry was asked to clarify, do you really believe that Cooper Rush could take Dak Prescott's job even when Dak Prescott's healthy? And he kind of doubled down. He said, well, it was impossible, ostensibly, that Prescott could play that well years ago and keep Romo out of the game. So he's basically comparing the two. I mean, he's mumbling out of his lower crevice, right? Like he's just trying to motivate Uncle Time here to play well. I mean, what do you hear when you hear all that?
I hear someone that wants to win, but is getting lost in how long Dak Prescott's out.
Could be just another couple of weeks from everything I'm hearing.
That's the whole reason they didn't put him on IR.
Mm-hmm.
Like they thought it was going to be a lot sooner than the initial prognosis. Is I don't think Cooper Rush is going to get that many games to go on an 8-9 game winning streak.
So
like Dak Prescott did when he won 11 in a row.
So let's say it's not impossible. It's Cowboys go on a winning streak here, right? They win this week. They beat Washington next week. Say they win 4 games. Well, Uncle Time's the quarterback. And he's still undefeated, never lost. Dak's ready to go. There's not a hesitation, right? You put Dak Prescott back in the lineup, don't you?
Yes, you do.
So if you are...
Tony Romo's injury was a back injury at the time.
Well,
right?
It was
longer than just
you knew
3 or
he was
4
going to be
weeks.
out. Yeah. He was going to be out for a while.
Cooper Rush would have done his job in a way that he will never not be unemployed in the NFL.
All right, here's the scenario. Cooper Rush wins this week, beat the Giants. Can happen?
It's a 1-point game.
Okay.
And then
Cooper Rush the next week at home beat the Commanders. Can happen?
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Rush goes on the road, beats the Rams. Can happen? Rams aren't that good. Yeah. And then Dak's ready to go. Wow, Cooper went 4-0. Team's 4-1. Dak's back. All right, Dak's going to play against the Eagles. Big game Sunday night, NBC, and Dak is back, and everybody's happy, and the Eagles come and beat you. You got a controversy?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Cooper Rush is doing his job.
All right, what if they lose the Lions the next week?
Hey, I think the Lions
you and I
are decent.
You and I are
if
the
that's
same.
the case,
good
Cowboy
team.
fans will be ready to trade Dak Prescott. Hey, maybe we can trade him and he can go throw touchdown passes to Amari Cooper. So who knows what happens with Deshaun Watson anymore.
Yeah, but if they lose to the Lions, all right, that's where you have the issue. So if that scenario plays out and then they lose to the Lions, now I don't think they're winning all these games, by the way. I think Uncle Time at some point is going to get defeated. Might even be this week. But what's your boy Jerry doing? Like, what's the point? No, honestly.
Being Jerry.
I mean, it's kind of crazy.
He's mumbling his way through it. Yeah, I want Cooper Rush to win. Dak Prescott's our quarterback. Okay, that makes sense. Instead, he's like, I don't want a quarterback controversy.
He's going to get one. I mean, he's going to get one.
And
All right.
that's why no one likes you, Jerry. That's why your fans go crazy anytime you talk.
Yeah, yeah. And he talks more than, I mean, I don't think you know.
No, he's the only owner that does post-game press conferences.
Has his own radio show, has his own, yeah. No, I can't. And now he'll tell you, well, I'm the general manager. I'm the only owner that's the general manager. But do you
It's
know?
comments like this.
Do you know who the owner of the Browns is? Well, Haslam. Do you know who the owner of the.
That frustrate fans.
100%.
Because the other stuff, Jerry Jones isn't the reason that in the moment things are going a certain way in games.
Yep. Yep. All right. Did you see, remember when Jim Garoppolo restructured his deal? Right. He didn't get traded because nobody was going to pick up that 20, I think it was $26.5 million that Jimmy Garoppolo was set to make. So instead of cutting him, the Niners restructured his deal, and he was going to earn $6.5 million plus bonuses. Have you looked at now what some of the bonuses are going to be? And Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get paid. So he gets paid just for being on the active roster. So every week that Jimmy Garoppolo is on the active roster, he doesn't have to start. He just has to be on the roster. He gets a $29,000 bonus. So here's $29,000 this week. All right. So if you assume he's going to be on the active roster all week or all season, makes an extra $500,000. All right, we're up to $7 million. Okay, is that good for you? Being the starter for every game where Jim Garoppolo takes at least 25% of the snaps, and I believe that happened the day he came in week 2 for Trey Lance. For every game that he takes at least a quarter of the snaps at quarterback, he gets another $250,000. So far he's made $500,000. If he goes through the rest of the season, he will make another $4 million. It's $11 million. And if they win, on top of that $250,000, he gets $100,000 bonus for any win where he plays 25% of the snaps. So let's say they win 10 games. Another $1 million. All right, so Jimmy's making money, right? Jimmy's making a little. I mean, do you feel bad for Jim Garoppolo still?
No one felt bad for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Nobody felt bad for Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah.
Everyone loves him now. They want him to throw him away. Now they're all about Jimmy G.
Niner fan, you are an interesting breed, man. And this is what quarterbacks will do to a fan base. Like, honestly, what the quarterback situation has done to the Browns fan base is a case study. It really is. How you all loved Baker Mayfield until you didn't. And how you'll accept the human being that is Deshaun Watson because he's yours. And then Niner fan, how, well, you kind of love Jim, but you didn't because, well, we're getting rid of him. And you want to love Trey Lance, but you're going to take Jimmy Garoppolo back because, well, you still kind of always liked him, and he looked good in a dress, go into the prom, and whatever. What quarterbacks will do to a fan base, it's crazy, isn't it? Russell Wilson with the Bronco fan base. Let alone all the guys you just went through over the last decade. Who did you go through? Paxton Lynch.
Brock Osweiler.
And
Paxton Lynch.
Drew Lock.
Trevor Siemian. Case Keenum. Yeah. Yeah. Kendall Hinton.
Oh, he was a wide receiver that played quarterback one game. Yeah. During the COVID. Yeah. Yeah, you went through some now. But isn't it crazy what quarterbacks will do to a fan base? Even in college.
Quarterbacks make you go crazy.
There is no job in the world.
Quarterbacks.
Like that.
It's that phone call you keep taking at night. Like, stop talking to him or her. Stop it. I can't. I got to answer the phone.
No, it's quarterback.
Calling. You going to go through that again? Absolutely.
Yep, it's the quarterback. Yeah, Jimmy's making money. All right, when we return, it is so UCLA and USC are going to the Big Ten. George Kliavkoff is the commissioner of the Pac-12. He is pulling out all the stops to keep that from happening, to stop UCLA from going. Everything from cost to mental health, to the effects on the climate. All of that is why he's telling the Board of Regents, you can't let this happen. Why UCLA cannot go to the Big Ten. I'm going to get into George Kliavkoff's plea to the Regents, and he checked every box. We're going to do that when we come back. 505-246-0610 if you want to get in today on a Football Friday. You are all in business. We all are in business. We all know how important computers are, network access, remote access. Every day we rely on that for the success of our business. ABQIT knows that as well. What they also know is business owners want to know three things. They want to know that the systems work, the systems are secure, and what will it cost me? So ABQIT created a business model with you in mind. Here's what ABQIT does. And I was over there about a month and a half ago and went through their place. It's pretty amazing. And then sat down and they really explained this to me. They monitor your computer. So they do it. This is everything that you need for your computer system at work. They monitor your computers and monitor your network, and they keep them operating. They watch for any activity that's malicious and protect your operation. And they do it at one predictable cost. So right now you get several bills, right? One from an internet provider, one from a cybersecurity company, and another when you want to buy new equipment. ABQIT does it all at one cost. No hourly rate or billing, no hidden fees or out-of-scope charges. Your rate will be predictable and will not change. Do not be victim to one of these cyber attacks. It will shut you down and cost you a lot of money. Remember what happened at APS, Bernalillo County? And don't be naive to think, well, I'm not big enough that it won't happen to me. It's happening to all size businesses. Don't take the chance. Take the time, get a free assessment from ABQIT, and you're not going to have to worry about your computer problems again. Visit abq-it.com. That's abq-it.com. No worrying about your computer systems when you do business with ABQIT.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Robert Portnoy and Don Trelmore will have a call for you over on News Radio. Aggies play tomorrow night down in Las Cruces. Aggies are favorites. Last I checked, was a 5-point favorite. When was the last time New Mexico State was favored against a Division I team, an FBS team? Big games of the Pac-12. USC Oregon State's really sneaky good. Oregon at Washington State. Pac-12, JJ, as you know, has been rated. The Big Ten came in and USC and UCLA are going to the Big Ten. George Kliavkoff is the commissioner of the Pac-12, relatively new commissioner, and he's trying to keep his league together. And I think most of you have heard the uneasiness, borderline objection to UCLA's move to the Big Ten from the UC, the University of California. That's the UC and UCLA, the Board of Regents. And the UC system includes the University of California, Berkeley, who's also in the Pac-12, and then schools like UC Santa Cruz, UC Riverside, UC Irvine. There's schools, UC Davis, UC San Diego. There's 9 of them. There could be more. So George Kliavkoff was addressing, actually it's in a letter to the Board of Regents. And he has hit everything, JJ. Now, I don't know where he got his numbers, but he said basically it's going to, all the extra money that UCLA is going to get, they're going to spend on travel and salaries. He said UCLA currently spends 8.1, how about that? First of all, 8.1 million on travel for its teams to compete in the Pac-12. Just wrap your mind around that for a minute. He said UCLA will incur a 100% increase in travel if its teams fly commercial in the Big Ten. They will incur a 160% increase in travel if their teams fly charters half of the time. And if all of their teams charter, they will incur a 290% increase in travel. That's $23 million a year more. Or a $23 million increase. He said that they will also have to increase their salaries, another $15 million to keep up with the Joneses in the Big Ten, keep up with salaries. George Kliavkoff also talked about how this is a money grab because UCLA's athletic department is $100 million in debt, and that's why they're just chasing the money. He talked about the mental health burden. He found a published media research by the National Institute of Health and said that it shows that the extended travel will have a negative impact on student athletes' mental health and take away from their academic pursuits. It'll be a burden for family and alumni to face cross-country trips and see UCLA's teams play. That hits right at home for the UC Board of Regents, right? And lastly, I mean, he hit them all, man. Travel runs contrary to the UC system's climate goals and works against UCLA's commitment to climate neutrality by 2025 by flying all over the country instead of flying all over the West Coast. They're adding more to the problem. Their carbon footprint is getting bigger, not smaller. I mean, I'd give it to George Kliavkoff for doing everything he can to keep his league together. I'll give him that. What do you make of all that?
Climate goes out the window when you're cashing checks.
Does it to those people who are making the decision? To the regents?
When the check is big enough.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
so did he show
how did they
you...
get to this point without the regents involved?
No, so that's a great...
How did they get this far ahead to where they're saying,
ask.
we're going to the Big Ten, and now all of a sudden everybody's like, hold up.
Well, because the governor got involved. Gavin Newsom, and I guess he is like the head regent by their constitution or something. Like Gavin Newsom is... The governor is the head regent of the UC system or something along those lines, a big decision maker. He doesn't want them to go, right? And so he's come in. So it's a great point. How did they commit to this without knowing that they're able to commit and having the backing of their regents? That's a great question. Okay. What happens if their regents come back and say, you know what? You're not doing this. UCLA, he also said it's going to hurt the University of California, Berkeley. Threw that in there. How it's going to hurt the finances of another UC school because it's going to leave them behind. So what if they decide, and if they buy this, if they say, well, all the extra money that you're getting is just going to extra expenses in travel, and it's going to extra expenses to pay coaches, then there is no benefit for our student athlete. And so why are we doing this? And oh my God, like I can see people being swayed by this, can't you? The non-athletic people on the Board of Regents, right?
Yes.
All right. So theoretically, let's play this game for a minute. What happens if the Board of Regents comes back and says, UCLA is not going? We are not permitting this. We are not okaying this. They're staying in the Pac-12. Does SC stay? Does the Big Ten then go after Stanford, who's a private school, and or Oregon or somebody else? Do they still have their plans? Or is SC a big enough cog that they want that they'll go break it up on the West Coast? Like then what?
You could lob a call to Oregon
to try to save the deal.
If you bring in Stanford, you can say, "Hey, look, Stanford and Northwestern, and yay." That's not as exciting.
No, as an athletic brand.
Yeah.
Now, as a collegiate brand, Stanford's is as big as anything. But does this blow the whole deal up and keep the Pac-12 together? Or if you're the Big Ten, then I'm pissed. I'm going after this guy. Not only am I taking SC, but I'm calling Oregon, Washington, Stanford. I can't have Cal because they're in the UC system. Fine. Stay there.
And what does that do to the Big Ten media deal? Because they're
negotiating it right now. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I'm sure that's all going to be written into their deal with it's just done with
the answer to this is how many zeros? What's the difference, the zeros on that check from the Pac-12 versus the Big Ten?
And I don't know how many regents there are and what their voting system is, but obviously there is objection at the UC regent level, the University of California regents level, to this. And George Kliavkoff is doing his job. Like I give him credit. I mean, point it out, man. Hit every note that's going to resonate with the people in that room. It's good. First and foremost, you're not making money. It's everything you make. You're spending back. It's bad for your student athletes. Their mental health, their travel, their academics will suffer. Whoa, you're a regent of the UC? Well, I mean, academics and mental health, I mean, that's ding, 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 right? It's bad for the climate. It's hurting another one of your UC schools. Like, I can see the regents coming back and going, you know what? You're not going. I can absolutely see that happening. And then what happens? Governor's pushing for it. The regents, I believe, are appointed by the governor. If I'm not mistaken, I know they are here. I mean, then what happens, man? Do we go back to the world we knew? Can the Pac-12 be saved? Is that why the Pac-12 hasn't already gone and expanded? Well, he's trying to, call San Diego State and whoever else. Trying to keep it together the way he is as they continue to negotiate their media rights.
I think it's also when we're seeing that the Pac-12 is not more valuable with those schools than standing pat, even if USC and UCLA leave.
Yeah, I haven't seen numbers to determine it one way or the other, but obviously it's not blatantly obvious. All right, 9:00 this morning. Lobo Justin Harris is going to be with us. Lobos are on their way today to Baton Rouge to play LSU. He's going home. We're going to talk to Justin Harris about the game and the start to the season. We got a sweet deal for you. Extra yard for teacher, special presentation, and we go through the NFL. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A-Marie, Adrian on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Cherry Fridays are back this Friday at 11 a.m. Join the Sports Animal.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
It's the opening drive on a Friday. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A. Marie, and Adrian. 505-246-0610. That's the text line and the number to get in. Talking about George Kliavkoff, the commissioner of the Pac-12, and trying to keep his league together, making a plea to the University of California Board of Regents, and going everywhere from telling them that it's going to cost UCLA more money, everything, the extra money that they're going to get in extra money that they're going to spend. It's going to be bad for the student athletes academically and their mental health, that families aren't going to be able to go see them. It's going to hurt another UC school in UC Berkeley, and it's bad for the planet because they're going to be traveling more. You guys have been on this quite a bit. Even Governor Newsom is complaining. They want their money. Yeah, no, this is about money. I think you all know that. Unfortunately, politics is getting in the issue. You say on the text line. It says George Kliavkoff's presser has UCLA in a situation where they may have to go to the Big Ten and say, my mom won't let me go. Like a kid excited for a sleepover, and then they ask their mom says no. And it says if UCLA backs out, then the Big Ten gets Stanford and pitches Notre Dame. They've been pitching Notre Dame, first of all. I could see if UCLA backs out, do they go to Stanford? So they have two California teams. And they'd be two private schools in California, SC and Stanford. To keep this thing together, do they go SC in Oregon?
Dude,
I don't.
Here's the thing: if Notre Dame wanted to be in a league, they'd be in a league by now.
I can't agree with you more.
They're not joining one of these leagues. They've been offered the money; like they're fine.
They got their own TV network. The only way Notre Dame's going to join a league in football is if when the new college football playoff system comes out and there's no access for them. That you've got to be in a league. That's the only reason they would join a league.
And I don't see that happen.
I don't either. I love this, though. UCLA is going to have to go back to the Big Ten and say, my mom says I can't go. I want to come over for the sleepover, but my mom says I can't go. Maurice says on the email, jeff@sportsanimalabq.com, I'm sure UCLA really cares about climate change, Jeff, when they have air-conditioned offices full of nothing but overpaid deep state administrators. That's how you get $100 million in debt. By running the air conditioning? Well, we ain't going to be in debt around here, I'll tell you that. Look, this is one other thing. They said they want to be carbon neutral by 2025. That's one of their missions, Maurice. Well, that means running fans instead of air conditioning or flying across the country less. That is one of their said goals. And so that's why George Kliavkoff played that tune as well. All right, you guys are also in other stuff. James says, LSU sounds nice, Jeffy. Their Luke Weissong, who's been on a pitch count, is being turned loose this weekend, and Chip Kelly is going to breeze a couple of guys and get them ready for their conference that he has been holding out as a precaution so far. I believe you're thinking about Brian Kelly. You said Chip to make a funny. There's not much funny about Brian Kelly anyway. So to say Chip actually is funny. Yeah, look, LSU's going to do what they want to do, don't you think?
Yes.
All right. Lynn's in. Remember the other day I said I'm kind of over talking about attendance? Oh, maybe that's...
You can never be over it, Jeff.
Well, she says, I'm curious, Jeff, would you also be done talking about attendance if there was 30,000 plus on Saturday? Yeah, I guess, because then it wouldn't be an issue, right? Lynn, here's where I am. And if you guys want to keep talking about attendance, I mean, if that's exciting talk, that's fine. Here's where I am with it. We talk about that more than any of the events about the game. I'm over it. Would I be over it if it was at 30? I mean, so what would there be to talk about? Wow, people went out and enjoyed it. Yeah, I think I would be, Lynn, if the attendance was 30,000 plus. Like we'd have talked about it, said, wow, great crowd. How fun was that? And then what else would we say about it? What do you want to talk about? I mean, if you guys call and send emails, I'll read them. We'll talk about them. But I don't know, JJ. I mean, am I just taking the bait here, or what's the answer?
Well, I guess the question would be: do you want it to stay bad, or do you want to talk about it as a reminder of why it doesn't? Like global football doesn't matter, and the attendance is the reason why. So,
yeah, I don't know,
Deal with
Lynn.
it.
Would you talk about it if it was 30,000 plus? What would the talk be? Wow, it was really cool. Look,
Or is Lynn upset that we're not talking about it because it's not high enough, or happy that to see it something that is struggling, continue to struggle, good, don't want to see it not struggle.
Yeah, there's only so much you can beat the hell out of that dead horse. I mean, it is what it is, right? And Lynn, if you want to talk about it, let's talk. I mean, hit me with it. Carl says, hugging the rail, Jeff. If things get out of hand early in Death Valley, Gonzalez needs to save as much team as possible. You can't win the UNLV game this week, but you can definitely lose it trying to play hero ball. I don't think he's worried about that, do you?
No. And you only have so many players with you on the road. Like, dude, you're going to have to play. I think the travel roster is 74.
Yeah. So
guys are going to get an opportunity to play, but you're not going to hide everyone.
I think that's right.
And
Mike,
you tell Justin Harris
yeah,
when it
you
comes
wanna
on
take
at
him
9
out.
o'clock. By the way, we don't want you to play
Yeah,
against
don't
LSU.
get hurt. We need you next week. And he's like, what? I'm going home? Yeah. Mike says attendance is an issue everywhere, Jeff Alou. Brian Kelly's complaining as UCLA is setting new records. Is it the same guy, dude? They mix up Brian Kelly and Chip Kelly on purpose. Is it the same? I got it, like, from different email addresses? Chip Kelly, it should say, is complaining as UCLA is setting new records almost every game. Did you see Georgia State last night? Empty seats galore. Yeah, dude, that's been my point, Mike. Like that's really been my point.
Did you say Georgia State?
I think he did. Where was Coastal last night?
Well, you can answer that question for yourself.
What do you mean?
That's the they were an 0-3 football team going in that game.
Yeah, they're playing Thursday night, and
You know that,
they never
right?
really drew, right? They play. Doesn't Georgia State play in the old Braves ballpark? Pretty sure they do. Oh. Ken says you and I are like one on this, Jeff. Don't tell me how to be a fan. Without Phil, with no 15-time major circus, the President's Cup has zero viewing interest for me. Okay. Again, man, like JJ's not watching it. I watched it. It was interesting to me. If the President's Cup doesn't do anything for you, that's cool. No Phil and no Tiger, man. You're never going to watch it again then. That's all. And that's cool. You do your thing. I thought it was cool. I watched a little bit of it. It was kind of fun. Worst to first. Jeff, last season, the Chihuahuas were the worst of the PCL. Now they're on the verge of being the best. Can Albuquerque's baseball team follow their shoes in 2023? JJ, can the Isotopes go worst to first next year?
Can they? Yes. Believe.
I believe. I believe that. I believe that we will win.
I believe that
we
people are
will
still
win.
shocked
I
minor league
believe that we
baseball is
will
still
win. Right?
playing.
It's crazy, isn't it? Jack says it was over House of Strauss's head. Jeff, the best part of the OD is when someone tries to slip in a Stakila reference. Scott Stigler, throw his name in anything, Stakila. Someone tried that the other day in the House of Strauss and went right over Eric's head. Yeah, Eric probably doesn't spend a lot of time listening to our show. We listen to his. We're team players here. But he might not spend a ton of time listening to ours. So maybe he doesn't understand that. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. I got a great gift idea for you as we're getting down to gift giving time. And actually, it's an idea for you to take care of your vehicle before the bad weather hits. It's On the Spot Automotive Detailing. Have them come out and detail your vehicle. And when I say come out, they come to you. They come to your home, to your office, wherever it's convenient, whenever it's convenient, and they detail your car. That means they detail, clean, wash, wax, inside, outside, under the hood, around the rims, under the seats. This is what's done at all the car dealers. So when they're done, your car looks, feels, and smells like the day you took it off the lot. Take care of your vehicle. You're probably going to have it for a little bit longer because, well, cars are expensive and you're holding on to them longer these days. So give them a call and take care of that. They also offer ceramic coating. They apply it by hand. It's the best way to protect your paint for years. And they offer 10% discount for our military. I love On the Spot Automotive Detailing, and I know you will too. They offer gift cards as well. On the Spot Automotive Detailing, 505-859-2859. 505-859-2859 or online at otsdetailing.com.
This report is
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't be the first.
On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
So every once in a while, you get to do something really, really, really cool, really special. And yesterday was one of those days. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. As most of you know, in addition to hosting this show every morning with JJ, I'm the executive director of the New Mexico Bowl, college football bowl game here. And the New Mexico Bowl has partnered with the College Football Playoff Foundation, and we're taking part in a program called Extra Yard for Teachers. And the intent is to recognize teachers in our communities who do really, really special things and go above and beyond. And yesterday, I really had the honor of meeting a young lady named Brianna Perea, who is a special education teacher at John Adams Middle School. And she just goes out of her way to engage students, and she builds trust with them, and really in places where other teachers have not been able to do that. She's got a creative approach, and she works after school, and just so dedicated, and such a wonderful, wonderful teacher. And we were able to present Brianna a check for $1,000 and a backpack full of New Mexico stuff and New Mexico Bowl stuff. And so Brianna can use that in her classroom. And I just wanted to have Brianna on. And so Brianna Perea is with us this morning. Brianna, congratulations, Brianna. And it was great meeting you yesterday. How you doing? Brianna, you with us? There, maybe that's not going to work.
Tuesday, 4 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock.
Sounds like Brianna.
I'm
sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah. Brianna, you're live on the air with us. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. We're having announcements in the background, so it took me a second to.
I felt like I was in school.
But thank you so much. It really is an honor and a pleasure.
Well, Brianna, I just want to ask you, what does it mean to be able to receive that for your classroom? What does $1,000 do for a teacher in a classroom?
Oh, that's the difference between being able to do activities and projects and reward systems. It's the difference between having a calming environment. I'm able to get a little set up in my room for a meditation space. That money goes a long way, everywhere from notebooks to a meditation space.
Yeah. Were you surprised when we walked in yesterday? You had any idea what was going on?
I'm still in shock, and it's been about almost 24 hours.
Yeah. What did your husband say when you told him?
Oh, you know what? He wasn't surprised. He says that he wished he would have been the one that nominated me.
Yeah. Well,
he was extremely excited, and he knows how far I'm going to send this.
Yeah.
So.
Did you share some of those footballs? JJ, we gave her some New Mexico Bowl footballs and stuff. Did you share some with the students?
Oh, yeah. So I have a female football player that just started this year, and she is a little rock star. So she got the first one. And the second one, all of my football players asked if we could choose some kind of raffle with it for good work. So they prove themselves in the classroom. They're going to get a ticket to win that ball.
Well, Brown, I just wanted to let you know we appreciate what you do. And the New Mexico Bowl and all of us at ESPN and everybody who's taking part of Extra Yard for Teachers says thank you. And hopefully that $1,000 makes a difference for you in your classroom. And we're going to do this on game day. We're going to honor more teachers on game day. We're going to put $10,000 into classrooms around our state. But just want to say thank you and have you come on and talk about it a little bit. So thank you so much.
Definitely. And the Donors Choose website for everybody who's listening, if you could go to Donors Choose, find somebody in Albuquerque or wherever you're from and donate to a teacher's classroom. It's an amazing program. I spent a couple hundred of my donations that I received yesterday blessing other teachers as well. It's a really good feeling, and there's some really great projects and teachers out there who deserve it.
That's so cool. Brianna, congratulations. It was a pleasure being
Thank
here.
you.
And keep doing what you're doing for our kids. Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate your time so much.
Be well. Brianna Perea, she was special, JJ, and we walked into her classroom, and here's what we're going to do, and this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this today. We are going to honor more teachers at the New Mexico Bowl on December 17th. There's $10,000 that we're going to put into classrooms. If you've got a teacher that you want to nominate, if there's an educator that you think goes above and beyond, just send me an email. You can send it to jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. And we will get in touch with people in late November and December, but we're taking nominations. JJ, this is one of those things where everybody says we want to be involved in the community, and this is one of those things that the New Mexico Bowl thinks is really, really important for us, is to recognize and to say thank you to teachers.
It's awesome. And that's what the New Mexico Bowl is able to do is so much more than just that one football game, the community outreach, and that's fantastic.
Well, and I tell people all the time, this isn't about a football game. It's around a football game, but we want to be part of this community and make a difference. And to see, we've done this a few years now, to walk into those classrooms, JJ, and see the absolute joy and appreciation on a teacher's face. And she was showing me around the room. She's like, a lot of the stuff I bought with my own money, and I know that my mom's a teacher, my brother's an educator. I know teachers are doing that. So if we can help a little bit. That's what we want to do. So if you know your kids have a teacher that's just great, goes above and beyond, do send me an email, send me some contacts, and we will make sure that we consider that person when we honor more teachers. Last year we did 20, $500 a piece. I think we're going to do 10 at $1,000 this year, but from around the state at the New Mexico Bowl. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Your emails are coming in this morning at Jeff@sportsanimalabq.com, JJ@sportsanimalabq.com. I did think I was in class, though, and I started to hear the announcement. I'm like, oh, where do I got to go? It's early announcements. All right, Browns last night, 29-17 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mitchell Trubisky, not horrible, 20 of 32, 207 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. I just struggle thinking, we've been having this conversation about him. I struggle thinking he's the reason they lost. But he's certainly not a reason they won, because they didn't, right? And was he spectacular? No. Did he hurt you? And I don't know that he did. Did you guys watch that game and just think, wow, he's horrible?
No, but then what's the point?
No, I get it.
And that's the hardest thing, is you're in that locker room every single week. And the veterans are going to lean on Mitchell Trubisky because he's more polished day in and day out in an NFL locker room. But I take a step back, not knowing everything that they're going through, and saying, is your floor lower with Kenny Pickett right now? You saw something where you wanted to invest a first-round pick. And I don't think Mitch Trubisky has done anything with Pittsburgh, and the fact he's played 3 games with them. They say, we got to let Mitch Trubisky go. This isn't, someone that's coming in on a winning team. This is his shot. And he hasn't blown the doors off offensively. And if it is a thing they look at and go, you know what, we just don't have it this year. We're not creating running lanes. We're not good enough, so we're not going to throw the rookie out there. Okay, but at what point are you going to rip that Band-Aid off? And he sat there a whole year, did his thing, and now Kenny Pickett will go next year? So I wonder, this is interesting to me, because you say they saw something to you want me to answer you mid-question, or what do you want me to do? Stig should know better than that. Sorry. I totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's one, if you're Pittsburgh.
What the hell was that?
Like, it's a situation that the Steelers, I think this is the week you go to it. The schedule gets tough, and it's going to be harder. But I don't see you having a higher ceiling, having a higher upside with Mitch Trubisky in this offense.
All right, so you said they saw something to draft him in the first round, right? I wonder if this was a case where, he slipped to 16. He's local. Like they didn't move up to get him like the Bears did to Mitch Trubisky or the Giants did for Daniel Jones, right? It kind of fell to them. It was kind of the local hometown guy who kind of slipped to him.
Doesn't feel like they'd make that move just to make that move. Like this, let's just draft the hometown kid because he's pretty good, and we need a quarterback, and we got our guy now, but maybe he fits in the future. Like it feels different to me than even when Trubisky went to the Bears, when Daniel Jones went to the Giants. We didn't move Trey Lance, picks. Right? Yeah. This guy slipped to 16? 20. And it's like, all right, yeah, we see. It's our first round pick. Do I need a linebacker? Do I need a lineman? Yeah, I need both those. But you know what? We need a quarterback. He's pretty good. He's here. All right, people will love it. Like I don't feel that they're as vested as to when you say they saw something and they jumped up and they grabbed him as a first round pick. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little different. I got a sweet deal for you when we get back. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. I'm going to tell you about International Protective Service because they watch my home. And I've been telling you about them
for years. Why do I tell you about them? Because they're great. Because IPS is everywhere, and they're watching homes and businesses all across our city, providing protection for you and your business because you work too hard to build what you've built. Highly trained armed guards, 24-hour patrols. They can offer installation of alarm systems. They will give you a vacation when you're gone. They'll pick up the newspaper, the mail, roll the garbage cans out. Something gets dropped off on your curb. Like everything, they will do that for you. IPS protects what's important. Give them a call. It's private security, and it is affordable. Committed to the city and your protection. 505-897-2420, 505-897-2420, or ipsglobal.com.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including...
Deal for you. It goes live on our website right at 9 o'clock. It will go quickly. You want to take advantage of it immediately. 9 o'clock, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon. It is Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's is in the
That
building.
means Shane and David are in the building.
Yo,
David,
yo.
David
Yeah.
barely. Shane's been sitting here waiting
Oh,
for
man.
David to finally show his ass up. What's up, boys?
Well, what's up?
Whoa, that's loud.
Life-changing subs is what I was trying to bring you guys out here, so hope y'all ready.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
There we go.
oh, yeah.
Check, check, check.
Oh, that's loud. I don't even know which one to turn down. All right, here's the deal. $50 worth of gift certificates to Jersey Mike's. $25. What's the highlights? I know you brought back the green chili Philly.
Yes, yes. Obviously, we promote life-changing subs is what we do on a day-to-day. Yes, that red wine vinegar, that olive oil blend. Oh, man, I'm telling you, it's what makes the back of your hairs curl up a little bit.
I have no hair.
Yeah. Hey, we don't judge.
forget to download the app, guys. You get a free sub on your birthday.
All right, so
okay?
hit me on the app because you go in, you get points every time you
Absolutely. Every time you buy a sub, you rack up points. You rack up enough points, you get free subs.
What's the app?
So it's the Jersey Mike's app.
It's just Jersey
Yeah,
Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
Just go
That's
to the
it.
store, get Jersey Mike's app, download it. Get
And
free
then we
subs.
also have a lot of special promotions that we like to do from time to time where you can get a chip and drink coupon or even coupons attached to that app. So
the app's the way to go.
Yes, the app's the way to go.
It's new school, boys and girls. Go through the app. You get bonuses. You get points. And on your birthday, JJ dismissed. His birthday was
Next year.
Maybe this morning there might be something to eat. Maybe your birthday sub's here this morning.
We got you. What's your go-to sub?
Go-to sub? Man, that's tough. Because I think I switch it up every time I go in.
Do you?
Oh yeah. I mean that's the way
You have
to
a go-to?
Yeah. Mine is the green chili Philly or the original Italian.
What's yours?
Club sub.
Club sub.
Absolutely.
I think is where I would go. All right, boys. I know you got a bunch to do because you're hitting the whole train over here, and now you're running late. So it's Jersey Mike's 9 o'clock. Go to sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon.
Quick.
Those go quick for $50 or for $25. You get $50, and then hit Jersey Mike's for lunch every day. You've got stores all around
Awesome.
town. There's a special 9 of them that I know about, but hit them all. Ain't going
Hit them all, guys. We're ready for you guys. Thank you, New Mexico.
All right, be well. See you, boys.
See you guys.
All right, Shane and David running the route over here. Thank you to them. You can open. All right, 246-0610. We're back at you. Wow, that was a lot. Those mics were hot, huh? A little bit. Yeah, I know. It would have been me playing piano over here. All right, you want to get back into our program? Coming up at 9 o'clock this morning, Justin Harris, defensive end for Lobo football, is going to be with us. They're going to LSU tomorrow. JJ, are you going with them for the pregame show, or are you doing the pregame show from here?
No.
How come you and Ned don't get to go for that? You don't get on the charter?
We don't have Big Ten money.
That's probably right.
You have candy corn.
You got candy corn, and they're getting $1.6 million. There wasn't a spot for you guys on a plane?
No.
That'd have been cool, huh?
That would have been very cool.
Yeah. All right. We hit this yesterday. Somebody sent a text to the text line, and I got to find it. It says, "How is a consensual relationship inappropriate?" And I wasn't sure how to answer that. They're talking about Ime Udoka. He is the Boston Celtics coach who has been suspended for the season for a inappropriate consensual relationship with somebody within the organization. So if it's consensual, you're asking how is it inappropriate? And I guess without knowing the details, if it's a game, part of me feels filthy with this because it's really none of my business or yours, to be honest with you.
Well, it is when a NBA head coach is suspended for a year.
So that part's our business. Is it our
And the
business?
reason why
is the reason
something
why
you
our
have to
business?
talk about.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And if you have a workplace code of conduct,
And that's-
if it is a person that in an organization is under you,
that's correct.
Those are things that are frowned upon.
I think-
and everyone, well, most people that work in offices
Yep.
do some sort of HR training, and usually it's for this, for that, and a lot of this stuff it comes down to, is it in your contract? But the Boston Celtics, I don't think would have any ability to do this if there was not something in writing saying, hey, this does not take place in our workplace.
So
Did you see what the woman said though?
I did not.
We don't know who she is yet. But she recently accused Udoka of making unwanted comments towards her. This is what led the whole internal interviews and this big thing coming out.
All right. So companies, as you know, and Robert just hit me with this, and it's kind of what we're talking about. They have policies that you can't have a relationship with a coworker, right? This happens all the time. He said, I have a friend who works at a bank. He was married. He had a consensual affair with another coworker and lost his job because they had a policy where you could not have relationships with another coworker. So then there's that. I think every company, whether they have the you can't fraternize, you can't have a relationship with somebody you work with, even if they don't have that. If you are a superior, in the work hierarchy, right? If that person reports to you, can we see the obvious problem here? If it is and to your point, JJ, we've all taken these trainings. If you are in a situation where it can be perceived that a person is climbing in the organization because of a relationship with you, or that you could be perceived to be holding that over someone's head. Hey, hang out with me and I'll put in a word and you'll get a raise or you'll get promoted. Huh? And if you don't, well, you know what? That sort of stuff, right? So that's how a consensual, intimate relationship can be inappropriate. Almost every company in HR, and I work for two major ones right now, and I've been through the training on both of them over and over and over again. And somebody who's got power over someone's career cannot be involved with that person. You just can't be. They can't be involved. Now they can if somebody leaves the company, but that's where it comes in. Now you don't have to agree with it. I think most people will understand that, right?
Yes, it's not that hard of a concept.
Yeah, and so
this, I think a lot of people might be in situations where it's overlooked in their workplace. They're like, well,
I think it's overlooked a lot.
Yeah.
Until it becomes a problem, right?
Until it's probably the most prominent person in the organizational structure, a head coach, even more so than a general manager, which probably find themselves in the same situation.
Until, hey, Marie, what was so she said, where did you see that? Was that came out this morning? Because I've not seen that.
Yes.
So she said what?
Sorry, I'm
no, that's all
pulling
right.
it up.
I know I hit you.
No. So she basically said he started giving her unwanted comments. I don't know what that means. It's very vague.
So maybe she was cutting it off or something. I look, it's everything about this is vague, and that's why I feel so dirty sitting here having these conversations about someone's life and career when we just are assuming, but yet that's what we've got on this. Ime Udoka did put out a statement. Quote, I want to apologize to our players, fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down. He says, I'm sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision. Out of respect for everyone involved, I will have no further comment, end quote. I mean, that's right out of the How to Write Your Apology textbook, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry to everybody. He's going to have to go repair his relationship if he can, right? You said yesterday, Amory, he's been involved with a very high-profile woman.
Actress for like 12 years.
Yeah, and they got a kid together, and they've got a very...
I found the quote.
Yeah, please.
To back it all up, some members of the Celtics organization first became aware of the relationship in July. Sources said at the time, team leadership was led to believe that both parties, that the relationship was consensual. But sources said the woman recently accused him of making unwanted comments towards her, leading the team to launch a set of internal interviews. And here we are now.
That's really weird. So they were consensually involved, but he made unwanted comments. And so she went to HR. So she knew what she was doing, right? I mean, you know the consequences when you go to HR and you're going after the big dog. Like, at that point, you kind of own him, right? Yeah, we haven't heard the last of this, JJ. We just haven't. I mean, at some
to be
point,
suspended for a year.
Yeah,
the Celtics have to feel like they have something strong to stand on against Ime Udoka.
And he's got to be just sitting there every day, just hoping it does. I mean, every second, is it going to come out? Checking his phone. When are they going to drop the goods? When is Woj going to get the goods? Because he's going to get the goods. When's Malika Andrews going to get to this woman and she's going to spill? Right? He's just got to be sitting there. That's what it is, man. You made your bed. All right, 505-246-0610 at 9 o'clock. Lobo defensive end Justin Harris is going to be with us. Justin Harris, of course, the native of Lutcher, Louisiana. They're going back to Louisiana to play LSU tomorrow. And so he's going to be with us. A guy born on Valentine's Day. That's coming up at 9 o'clock. It's the opening drive. Glad you're with us. And happy Ho Day on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This report is...
All NMAA state championship.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better from
And AM 610, the sports animal.
All right. So a full year for Ime Udoka. You guys are on the text line. Bottom line, don't have a honey where you make your money. Now, there's a lot of ways to say that, huh? Thank you for making it as clean as you could. A relationship inside the workplace can rise to that level if there is a no fraternizing clause in your contract when you sign it. Yep. Been wondering where this guy's been. 505-246-0610. Where you been, Adolf?
Oh, I only call in if I think I have something reasonable to contribute to the conversation.
Smart man. Thank you.
And I was just listening to the conversation here, and with regard to the Celtic coach, every organization has, or usually many organizations have policies in written form, and they're usually called the no fraternization policy. And the responsibility always is on the person who is in authority. And in this case, it would be, the Celtic coach. It is his responsibility not to engage in this kind of behavior, because it can essentially create an area, a poisonous relationship through the organization itself. And the thing about it, too, is he can no longer take the moral high ground with regard to coaching, even if he's allowed to come back. I realize that this is a suspension for just 1 year, but if additional information comes out, he very well could be gone from that organization, done with that organization. And it certainly seems like there's a good possibility that additional information is going to be forthcoming in the future. I've always said that, people talk about reputation. Reputation is how others think of you. I've always looked at it like reputation is one thing. Character is how you behave when you don't think anyone else is looking. And this is a character flaw, okay? And once that flaw is exposed, you can never retrieve what you once had. And now, with a situation like this, the Celtic players, and they may not mention this, but they're thinking that the coach can't tell me anything about my behavior now, okay? That's what he has lost. That is what the organization has lost. Anyway, I've talked enough. Thank you for taking my call.
It's really good.
I'm out.
Thanks. And thank you for the contribution.
That's a really good point.
Right?
'Cause I think a lot of people would kind of look at it and go, whatever, dudes being dudes. And sit there and go, well, most of those NBA players are probably doing all kinds of stuff on the side. But I think that raises a huge question of, if Udoka tries to kind of step up and if things are going on and try to say, my way or the highway stuff.
Yeah, it's like, really, dude? How do you
coach,
handle your
all
stuff?
right, yeah.
How do you
Or
handle
is it just a bunch of guys going, you got caught, just don't.
Yeah, man, you got caught. What are you doing, man? Yeah, boys will be boys, and boys will talk like boys. His point on when the person in charge, the big dog, you can't. I got it. We're all humans, man. We all are whatever. You can't. And how many careers have been derailed or destroyed in this alleged manner, right? How many? Go down the list.
Do you think he coaches again for the Celtics?
So I don't. And I was listening to a lot of people yesterday. What if they have success this year? They're good. And I don't. Now, another organization can hire him. I guess he's under contract. My gut tells me no. I don't know how you come back. Now, it's interesting. Another Boston organization had a manager coach suspended. Joey Cora was suspended. I'm sorry, Alex Cora.
Yeah.
The Red Sox manager was suspended, caught in that whole Astros thing, if you recall. He was suspended for a year, and he went back to the Red Sox, and he's still managing them. Totally different scenario.
Yeah, because
he was suspended by baseball, not by the team. Certainly different allegations, different offenses, right? But it's not unprecedented for somebody to be suspended for a year and come back. My guess is because this has to be a fractured relationship now within the organization. My guess would be no. I don't think he'll ever coach the Celtics again.
And you just don't know how messy it might be behind the scenes.
Well, I can't believe it's clean. I can't believe this is clean. Can you? They just suspended a guy for a year for how do you think these conversations went?
In the NBA Finals.
Yeah, how do you think right? They weren't 15 and 70 last year. They or 68 or whatever. Like, how do you think this all went down when it came up and he came in and you think he just went, yeah, no, you're right, you got me, guys. You got to do what you got to do. Like, you think it was that simple? I'm gonna guess it's a little prickly in that building. Yeah, my guess would be no, he doesn't coach for them again. All right, when we come back, we're talking Lobos and LSU tomorrow. Justin Harris is a Louisiana native, going back to play LSU. To talk to him about the game, the defense. He was a top 300 recruit nationally coming out when he went to Baylor. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one.
The opening drive with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Lobos at LSU tomorrow. It's a big day for everybody. Be over on News Radio KKOB. JJ and Ned James will have the pregame show at 4:30. Then a kickoff at 5:30. You can watch it on the SEC Network, ESPN Plus. Thanks for being with us this morning. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. It's big for everybody who's going, but for the Louisiana guys going back, I know this is a special day going back home. And our next guest happens to be one of those young men. Justin Harris, Lobo defensive end, was named to the 2016 Baton Rouge, that's where they're going tomorrow, 4 and 5A Metro teams. He was a top 300 recruit coming out of high school, went to Baylor, then Hutchinson College, and now is playing really well for the Lobos. 7th on the team in tackles, 1st in quarterback hurries. And Justin Harris joins us this morning on the opening drive. Good morning, Justin. How you living?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you. Excited to be going home. What's this mean for you personally to be going back and playing at LSU?
It means a lot. I get to go home, play in front of my family, a bunch of friends that I grew up with. It means a lot, honestly. Just being able to go back and be able to compete for a win.
You know, guys tell you all the time, it's just another game. It's just another game. And I know probably in some respects it is, but this isn't, is it? For you. You still there?
You say what?
Yeah, I said, is this just another game? I mean, guys tell us all the time, it's just another game. This has to be a little more than just
Oh, yeah, for sure. We know that, obviously, LSU is a very talented team, but we know that we have to lock in and do our assignments and just go out and play football. They put on their pads the same way we do, so we just need to go out and play our hardest and give it our all.
Yeah. When you guys looked at the film this week, I mean, what did you see? Did you see stuff jump off, or does it just look like another, really talented football team?
Like I said, they are a really talented team. They're really big up front. They have talented receivers, talented offense. They're good on the defense also. But like I said, we still have to go out and do our thing and just play football.
Now, Justin, you've put in a lot of time at the collegiate level to get to this point. So what is different for you on the football field that you're able to make those strides and people see number 97 making plays this season?
This is my last year. I've been putting in a lot of work since the beginning of times, and I'm just excited to finally show people in the world what I'm capable of. I feel like this is a great test for us, the defense and the offense, the whole team as a whole. So we just need to go out as a team and do our thing.
And, for you to get to this point, so many different destinations for you. I guess when you were at Hutchinson Community College, you're sitting there in Kansas. What did that just year mean for you in terms of focus, reigniting a fire if you needed it, to be able to get to this point where you're starting once again at the Division I level?
It was one of the hardest times of my life. I was in a town with I only knew the team. It wasn't a lot of people around. It was a time that to grow up. Honestly, I was grinding every single day, finding out ways to eat. It was pretty crazy. Just putting in the work with my D-line coach every single day, coming to practice and just waiting on my time to be in this position right here. So, like I said, I put in a lot of work from that point to now, and yeah.
Lobo defensive end Justin Harris is with us on the opening drive. The junior college route. Explain to people who don't get it. I think some people think, all right, well, you're playing and you're going to school. Explain the difference between what you're dealing with today and what junior college life was like.
It's a blessing to be where I'm at today, honestly. I really want to thank God first, really, because I didn't even see myself being in this position when I was in JUCO. Every day it was a grind. You had to go and compete with guys just as good as you. I went to one of the best JUCOs in the country, Hutchinson Community College. So, like I said, I had to literally grind to get playing time there against some of the best guys that's playing at bigger schools right now. And it was tough, but I want to thank God for putting me in this position to go out and compete tomorrow, and show what I can do. Because, like I said, I put in a lot of work from being in JUCO, being here with Coach T at the University of New Mexico, and I'm excited.
You guys are going to a special place tomorrow at nighttime at LSU. Last year, you went to Texas A&M, and your coach, Danny Gonzalez, said that your team, and I don't know if you in particular, but you were part of that team. He said you guys were scared and you weren't ready to play. What's the difference then going into tomorrow? Do you see a different look in your teammates' eyes? And maybe the fact that you've won 2 games this year in the first 3 and coming off a nice win last week helps. But do you see a difference? Because it sounds like you expect a different result. You expect your team to compete tomorrow.
Yeah, so we put in the work. Like we have a culture now. Before we was trying to build the culture to like where we're getting to, like it can be better, but we're trying to build a culture here, and it's just a mindset. Honestly, we going into every game and expecting to, and I don't think we need to sell ourselves short just because we're playing like a really talented team, their SEC team, and I respect them, but like we have to strap up and put our pads on and compete.
Yeah, you say
you know
something.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
So-
you say something really interesting there, and you hear the word culture a lot. What does it mean to you? Because I think somebody's sitting there listening, and it probably sounds cliche to a guy who's never played or hasn't played in a while. When you say we're built and we're building a culture, and the difference between now and going to Texas A&M is that you were building it then, and now you feel like something's in place. What does that mean? What is the culture? What does that mean to someone who doesn't get it?
So we pride ourselves. Y'all are a part of the culture also. So the people who are listening, when y'all come out to the games, it means so much. Away games, home games, like it means so much to us. And like y'all for one, y'all are a part of the culture. So everything that we're trying to build, like I said, the more y'all support us and watch these games and come out and support us, that's what I mean by building a culture. But what Coach G is doing, he's trying to get the mindset right first to go into these type of and know that we can compete, because we do everything in the off season to be in these moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We work really hard to be in these moments, and we're here now. So it's time to play. We want to be able to compete in these games. We have a coach named Byron Bell. I'm sure you know talking to him a lot of the times. He was a part of the when the Lobos was winning. They show us videos all the time when we're in meetings of like when the Lobos was winning back in 2015 and 2012. When Coach Long was here in his period. We want to bring that back to Albuquerque and back to New Mexico. So we know we have to put in a lot of work to get there. And every single week we're trying to get better and better on both sides of the ball.
No, that's good. Justin Harris is with us. When you hear legitimate stories, you've seen guys who are your coaches or former players who came back and who have won here where you guys are trying to win. What does that mean? Does that just legitimize everything that the coaches are telling you? What does that mean to you when you hear it from those guys?
It's real. So last week we had a couple of alumni back. I forgot what year they were here. A couple played with Coach G in, I think, 98. And it was a few. I don't want to get the years wrong. I think it was sometime
60,
in the 60s.
you had 62. The teams were
but they
62 and
came back
82. Yeah.
Yeah, so like they came back and like he bought them rings and stuff, and like they just had like so much pride, and like they played a little clip of when we had beat BYU a few years back, and it's just like, man, like we can compete with these teams. This school is capable of doing these things, and we have great players here who are willing to change it. I think the mindset is a lot different than what it was a few years back from when I got here. Of people across the whole board. We want to compete. We want to be the best now, and it takes a lot to do that. And I think us as a team and Coach G is willing to do those things.
Justin Harris, Lobo defensive end, joining us here on the opening drive. You know, Justin, you talk about culture, but each player has to buy in. Each player has to bring their character to the forefront, maybe put something aside, learn something new. So for you, growing up in Lutcher, Louisiana, just outside of New Orleans, what was life like for you growing up?
I'm from a town with like 2,000 people. I had to drive east to like New Orleans, which is like 30 miles away, and going the other way to Baton Rouge, which was like 25 miles away. It was pretty funny. I'm from like the back roads. I'm from the swamps, so life was pretty different for me. I grew up playing basketball my whole life, and I'm from a football state, so it was always in me. But yeah, it's pretty fun to get to go back home and play in front of a bunch of my friends and family.
You talked about LSU. You know, they had interest in you, but they wanted you to potentially play offense, tight end. What is it about defensive end that you're like, nah, I don't want to move? Like, this is my spot.
I had fell in love with playing the position that I was playing, and I had faith in myself that I could be successful playing it.
You a pretty good basketball player?
Yes, yeah, I like playing basketball. I'm pretty good. Yeah. A couple of the guys on the team can vouch.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. What's it like being born on or having your birthday on Valentine's Day? Make you a little soft-hearted? Being a Valentine's Day guy, is that does it soften? What's that like?
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's a regular birthday.
No, it's not. Everybody's celebrating your birthday now. That's cool. Hey, appreciate the conversation. Good for you to go see some family. Go play well this weekend. Have fun. Safe travels out there. And good luck against the Tigers tomorrow. Appreciate you spending some time with us.
So I appreciate you.
All right, be well. Justin Harris, Lobo defensive end, going home. Born on Valentine's Day, 1999, by the way. Kind of got to make you a nice, soft-hearted guy, don't you think? I mean, Cupid's kind of right there with you the whole time. I'll bet he can ball. Basketball, 6'6", 255. Does that say power forward to you?
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't see if he could do some rebounding last year.
Like last year, could that have helped? No, honestly, I'm like, huh.
Stay in shape in the spring conference play.
I wonder if Richard Pitino knew about that last year. He might have been able to help a little bit. All right, it's yours the rest of the way as we work our way to the weekend. 505-246-0610. Come on in. You respond to what Justin Harris had to say. I got a few things on that. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Cherry Fridays are back.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
It's that time.
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare.
Dang. All right, is it Friday yet?
It's Friday.
Dang,
Friday.
Friday. What's up, Friday?
Got to get down on Friday.
Got a hoe on a Friday. All right, the national champion, the college football playoff championship trophy is listening to the opening drive. It is an ESPN game this week. It is a ACC game this week. Well,
Clemson, Wake Forest.
That's the one. That's the one.
Too easy.
Sorry.
Too easy.
They're in Winston-Salem. Sitting there listening to the opening drive ho at the trophy. All right. Celtics are hosting. They're holding a press conference right now. I'm trying to explain this whole Ime Udoka thing. Wick Grusbeck is their GM, and Brad Stevens, the president, are at the microphone. Grusbeck was asked what it would take to revisit Udoka's place with the team after June 30th. He didn't give a firm answer. He said the suspension would last through June 30th, and then they'll determine what happens after that. Quote, Boston's players are very concerned about this. Okay. Celtics will not refer to anyone else involved in this because of privacy issues. They hired a law firm to conduct this investigation. The report from that investigation ended 2 days ago. Wick Grusbeck says that he will be unable to provide any details, or at least many details, about the nature of the violation. He refers to the statement. So it's him and Brad Stevens that are at the mic right now. Joe Mazzulla will be the interim coach. That's what I got for you right now. 505-246-0610. So this will be a lot will be there today. You know what the big thing is in Winston-Salem? You know what the big tourist thing is?
In Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Yeah.
No.
The original Krispy Kreme donut place is there. The original. So you got to go by and get a Krispy Kreme. Even if you kind of got to go to that, don't you?
Yeah.
It's a cool little town. It's not a little town. It's a cool city. I mean, it's a good time there. All right, 505-246-0610. You want to go to the phones? 888-922-0610. Who is that on one? All right, let's go there. Hello, Rudy. How are you?
Good morning. I feel compelled to follow up with Adolph Sutton's sage advice. And, for 5 years, I was the person that taught sexual harassment in the workplace at the County of Bernalillo. And, yeah, there's so many sayings for it. Don't fish off the company pier, you name it.
Yeah.
And why would you take a multi-million-dollar opportunity and flush it?
Well,
because he's not coming back. You can't bring him back.
No.
And maybe these workplace rules are wrong because prior to all of this stuff, everything happened in the workplace. That's where people found most of their wives. That's where a lot of CEOs found their wives, was in the secretarial pool. But, as time went on, we thought that's not a very good idea. And it's not a really good idea because what if they break up? You know how toxic that would be. Yeah, when they're dating and when everything's hunky-dory and when they love each other, great.
But even then, it's a problem, Rudy, because even then, it's a problem. Because what if, there's somebody else in you're assuming it was the CEO and the woman was the secretary. What if there's someone else, another woman or person in the organization trying to move up, and that person who's involved with the CEO keeps getting moved up? Well, then you got problems not with those two, but you got problems within the organization. That's why they have these rules.
Absolutely. I mean, I had this one department head that decided that it would be real fun to invite people to Midnight Rodeo for Friday afternoon cocktail parties. Well, there were women that go, I don't want to go. I'm not a drinker. I got to get home to my family. But the women that went seemed to do a little better when it came time for promotions and things like that. That's why you can't ever go there. The workplace has to be separate from your love life. If you combine the two, it's toxic no matter what. Final thoughts. I talked to Justin Harris last night, and, there is something different about this team this year. And I gave him a little bump because when the Lobos went 10-1 in 1982, I'll never forget this play. We're playing Wyoming. Jake Simpson intercepts a pass, returns it for a touchdown, and the Lobos never looked back that season. So, what happened against UTEP, I think, is transformational because of those plays by the defense. That can ignite people. That can get the offense going. And if the offense can move the ball and keep time in their favor, anything can happen. It's football. So I'm wishing them the best. I'll be watching the game. I'm going to UNLV next week because I want to see Allegiant Stadium without Raider fans.
All right, man. We'll see you.
You guys have a great
Enjoy
weekend.
the weekend. Look, don't judge this team, by the way, on what happens this weekend. Okay. I mean, they may get beat and still have a good season. Well, that's why I asked Justin Harris, and Lobo defensive end was just with us. What does it mean? I mean, we hear culture, JJ, all the time, and you and I were in Vegas, and I think every interview we did, every conversation we had, the word culture came up. What does it mean? What is different this year about last year? And he explained.
Culture is a filler in sports.
Okay.
It's what you're doing is when you're trying to change the culture, you're just trying to get 90% of those players all doing the same thing. And that is the effort, the buy-in, Monday through Friday to get you to Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And players stepping up and able to take on some of those roles.
So I would think it's also about a thought process. It's how you go, to your point, how you go about things throughout the week, right? And that's kind of what you're saying. How does one conduct oneself as an individual and as a teammate? How is the room? I mean, I think everything from walking in and the coach says, good morning and good morning, sir, right? Everything from that to sitting up in your seat during meetings to the way you're dressing, the way you're presenting yourself, to the way you practice, to the way you walk. No, I think that culture is all of that.
We know it's shorts and a t-shirt throughout the week when you're
well, damn right, because that's
after practice.
And if that's the culture, that's the culture.
But it's the story that the Journal this morning, Steve Virgin had. He has a really good quote from Jarek Reed. I'm talking about AJ Halsey, the freshman that is now thrust in the spotlight, coming off an unbelievable game, interception, forced fumble, saved the game against UTEP. And And Jarek Reed said, hey, this is a freshman that shows up to meetings with a notebook.
Mhm.
And you see him taking notes, good, bad, and the ugly on his play. And those are the things when you hear culture, it's a blanket word for getting guys to do that, to buy in week in and week out. And one of the things too, it's in between drills. And this Lobo football team, that defense can't not walk to drills. It's things like that that it doesn't. Not a guy's like, oh man, what really? No, it's just you just do it.
That's right.
Because that's what's expected.
The quote from Jarek Reed is, you can tell just by the first day how a guy comes in and how he carries himself. He brings a notebook to the meeting room and he writes down his mistakes. He writes down his good plays too. He comes in every day ready to work. He's ready. He wants to win and wants to be a great player, end quote. That is a senior on your team describing a freshman on your team. That is a leader looking at a younger player saying, A, he gets the culture, and B, wants to build the culture, right? That's kind of what I read out of that. That's like, okay, he's our kind of guy. He's going to work around here. Coaches can preach culture all they want, man. And they can run guys out because they won't run to next drill and they won't show up on time for meetings and they whatever. Danny Gonzalez says all the time, this is their team. He shows up by he's not the guy who leads them out of the tunnel, right? You never see Danny Gonzalez leading the team out on the field. For coaches who do, that's cool. I mean, that's their thing. That's not his thing. That's kind of part of his culture. And that makes the team, the student athletes, accountable for taking charge and creating the culture. Now, it's going to be done in the way the coaching staff wants it to be done. Otherwise, it's not going to be accepted. So you get a bunch of leaders who come in and buy in, and then little by little, brick by brick, you build a culture. So to your point, is it a filler word? I think it a lot of times is, and that's why sometimes in these conversations, I really try to ask people who use that word, what does that mean to you? Because it probably means something different to every player. But when it comes down to it, it probably means the same thing. And in this case, when you're talking about culture, is that going to make a difference tomorrow? Are they going to win because of culture tomorrow? Look, I don't know if they're going to win tomorrow. I expect them to play better tomorrow than they did at Texas A&M last year, don't you? Maybe not. You think they're playing a better team?
I have zero expectations for this game.
Okay.
This game means nothing in terms of them trying to accomplish their goals in the Mountain West.
Well, that's right.
It can mean a lot if you do something unbelievable, but losing this game, getting beat by 40 points, it doesn't change my feelings of them playing UNLV and Wyoming and Colorado State.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Wherever you want to go on the football weekend, we're here for you. You can talk about the Browns and the Steelers last night. Cowboys coming up next week on Monday night, right? Against the Giants. Tavian Combs out for the season for Lobo football as well. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Haters gonna hate.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better.
All right, Lobos going to LSU. You can get in on that. What do you expect? Got Cleveland versus Friendship, it says here on my text line. Cleveland versus Friendship. 686-mile round trip for these boys. Cleveland is hobbled at many key positions, and the offensive coordinator is sick, won't be making the trip. Go Storm. Didn't know that was he was out. All right, you got that tonight. Text line says, thank you for the great interview, guys. The interview sounds like a great guy. Ryan hit me from, he's with the trophy in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So I really like the guy you're talking to, Justin Harris. Yeah, that was good. It was good. Once he opened up, felt a little comfortable, huh? I thought it was really good. All right, you got emails coming in. Aggies play tomorrow. They get Hawaii. Jason's in. Hawaii 5-0, says the subject line. Good morning, OD. The Aggies are a favorite in a game versus Hawaii? Say it ain't so. The Bows, not bozos from up north, come in off a win, so they have some momentum, which means Vegas might think the Aggies have an edge in the coaching matchup. I would hope Aggie football figures out how they will navigate the quarterback controversy in Cruces, as all three QBs may see snaps tomorrow. Hasta mañana nos levantamos. P.S. It's hard to give props to anything cherry, but young Mr. Harris is an impressive young man, and not enough people in your audience and in this market understand the struggle and the grind of JUCO athletes and are almost dismissive of the route those kids take to a program like UNM or NMSU. Those kids are dogs in a good way. And as a former JUCO guy with a BA and a post-grad degree, it does my heart good to hear a well-spoken, thoughtful young man representing himself in that manner. Hashtag JUCO product. Crimsonally Jason. That's actually really, really cool.
That's why I ask these guys all the time about JUCO life.
I know.
Because it sucks. You're going to Timbuktu to grind your way back. And if you make it, you have really put in the time.
Well, I'm going to guess going from Baylor.
And because a lot of these ones, and it was highlighted, Netflix did a really good job with Last Chance U, that series, about these small towns that a lot of these JUCO schools pop in on and are actually pretty good. But that life is different.
Well, you go from Baylor, Big 12, high budget, you got everything, right? And then you find yourself in Hutchinson, Kansas. And as you said, man, I knew nobody outside of my team. I knew nobody in that town. Somebody else talked about that town. It's like there's a Walmart there and then like nothing else. A couple of fast food restaurants, like there's nothing there. And then this campus. Like, I don't even know who goes to the school. Like, who goes to the junior college aside from these athletes, right? And you heard him say, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to eat. There ain't no NIL money and there ain't no scholarship money when you're going to JUCOs.
Not training table there.
Yeah. What am I going to eat? Yeah. Dan says, why attendance matters, Jeffrey Juan Jose and Ana Maria. Your guys' favorite subject. What will be the first words out of Lobo fans like Rudy C's mouth? We need to pay Danny, which means not only giving Gonzalez a lot more dough, but also Rocky and everyone else on the staff. That will quickly eat up most of whatever additional revenue is generated from the New Mexico Bowl and a few thousand more fans in the stands. I just don't see a path for Lobo football to ever consistently pay for themselves, let alone become this George Washi printing press we've been told for decades they have the potential to become.
Welcome to college athletics. A model where you're not paying for yourself and you're getting paid to get beat up.
I think that's one of the things that is, and I think it's here more than anywhere else, that athletics has got to pay for itself. And look, I've had this conversation with you many times. You don't ask the chem department or the theater department or any other department on campus to pay for itself. You expect athletics to. Now, you can also point out, and you would be correct, there's a large amount of money that goes to athletics. They need to pay for a portion, whatever percentage. UCLA is $100 million in debt. At UCLA, how is their athletic department $100 million in debt? How is Washington, JJ, that 1 year, right? There were $60 million upside down, right? You look around, how all these. So I first of all think that this whole notion of they've got to be self-sufficient, they've got to pay for everything. Like, I don't want them in debt. And there's got to be a budget, but money's going to come from the state, from the university. Like that's part of how these models are. The majority of the money is coming from television revenue and outside revenue and sponsorships. Dan, I'm not arguing with you. I've never once said that attendance doesn't matter. I have told you that I believe it is a metric of success and an important one, but not the only one. And we, for whatever reason in this market, are so enthralled that, like, that's the overriding theme, topic, that some fans, and I don't even know if they're fans, Dan, I don't, but people want to just that's it, man. Before they ask who won the game, they want to know how many people weren't there, so you can laugh at it. Well, they won? Yeah, they won 27-10. Whatever. But the first question was, how many fans were there?
I took a picture of the east side.
Yeah. Oh, did you see? I found there's nobody here. Here, show right. That's your thing. So, I never said it doesn't matter, man. What I said is I'm kind of over it. I've accepted that it's just not important to this community to a point where, hopefully, it will be one day, and that's it. What you watch tomorrow is going to be a place where it's important. Right? That's all. When you saw them go to Texas A&M last year, it's important to them. And that's cool. And that's all I'm telling you, man. I'm not telling you attendance is not important. Don, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. Can you hear me okay?
Gotcha. What's up?
Hey, man, there's so much in that little discussion that you're having right there. It's, and I think you and I probably agree 100% on this. The mentality around this place is just maddening. It's almost like when somebody's down, you kick them, and then when they're successful, you've got to create ways
to kick them,
to try and bring them down to your level again.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable that we've got a 2-1 football team, and all people can talk about is how the future is going to play out. How we're going to pay this guy, or how we're going to do this, or we're never going to get the numbers up. We can't enjoy a 27-10 win. It's just disgusting. And more props to Coach Gonzalez, the better human than most people that are criticizing him. The other thing I wanted to do, Jeff, is give a shout out to some Volcano Vista high school boys. You were talking junior college. We've got Tyler Martinez playing for NIMI, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're the number 1 ranked JUCO team in their conference or their league or something like that. We've been watching him on ESPN Plus. And then we've also got the quarterback down there at the Aggies,
Diego Pavia,
playing and not doing too bad. Pavia, not doing too bad. He's also Volcano Vista product. We just need to, if we can be more positive around here, damned we be positive. Maybe this state and these programs can go places, man. It's maddening to me, Bud, and I just really appreciate you and the comments that you make about that. Thank you, Bud.
Thank you, Don. Appreciate you. All I want to do is just point out different point of views. You know me well enough. I really try to find the positive. If you want to tell me negative, okay, how do we turn it? I've tried to do good things in this community. I care about this place. I love this place. I want us to be better. And I feel like we're missing out on something. I do. I think college football is so special in so many places.
Yeah, I'm also not going to bash people for not wanting to show up for a team that wins 1 game.
No, I get that. And
games.
That's why I get it. I get it. And if it's not important to you, it's not important to you.
It's not important anywhere a team's winning 2 or 3 games.
Outside of the SEC. Yeah. Outside of the SEC. Yeah.
And you just get to a point where I think right now there's a lot of positivity around level football. They have to show it.
Mm-hmm.
And, all right, we have our base. If this team late in the season is competing for a bowl game and people still aren't buying in, then I think we have our answer. It's just going to be 15,000. Deal with it. And there you go.
505-246-0610. Going to come back, wrap it up, get you ready for the weekend on the opening drive on 95.9 FM. And AM 610, the sports animal.
This is former Science with the CBS.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
Who's under the most pressure this weekend? Last week, the teams we were looking at, NFL Week 2. San Francisco, Arizona, Indianapolis. Well, the Colts fell on their face.
Yep.
Arizona pulled one out of their backside. And San Francisco had an ankle injury that changed their season. This week, who are some of the teams that you're looking at now that we're past the Mitch Trubisky
So
Kenny
you say,
Pickett game?
you saying who's under the most pressure? Who's got
Cooper Rush, Monday Night Football.
So I would tell you the Raiders,
Ooh, like it.
who are 0-2, playing an 0-2 Titans team. So both of those teams.
Yeah,
I
that's
would tell
easy.
you the Colts, but they're not going to win. I would tell you the Bengals, who are 0-2 and playing the Jets.
Okay. Those are none of my teams.
Those are none of your
Wow.
teams.
So
Wow.
I do have Tennessee on there
Okay.
Wow.
But not the Raiders?
because they're home dogs.
Okay.
All right. 0-2. I have Minnesota because the Detroit Lions are the landmine game for the Vikings and Packers. 6-point favorites. Just laid a big old dud at Philadelphia. Back home. Big game to take a step early in that division. And lastly, the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Home dogs, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Can you just be a functioning offense? Can you not get a delayed game penalty? Can you look like
Like a football team
your
that's
coach
Yeah.
figured out what he has to do as a head coach? And no one believes you.
Why would you? All right. Dan, good morning to you. Hey, Marie, we're getting yours next.
Good
What's up,
morning.
Dan?
Good morning, Jeff. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yep. Why does everybody say that?
Hey,
I don't know. It's
I
weird.
just wanted to comment on the program you guys are doing with the teachers. That's absolutely phenomenal. I'm so proud of all of you guys for doing that. They are the most important that we have in society and the least taken care of. So I just praise you guys and thank you very much for what you're doing.
It means a lot. Thank
You
you,
guys
Dan.
have a great weekend.
Appreciate you. Thank you. If you're just joining us, a young lady named Brianna Barea was with us at 8:15 this morning. New Mexico Bowl donated through the Extra Yard for Teachers program that we're working with the College Football Playoff Foundation, $1,000 to her classroom. Yesterday at John Adams Middle School, she's a special education teacher, and she was so insanely appreciative of it. And, we always talk about what are we doing in the community to make it better. And we're really trying to work with educators and recognize educators and help them. And this is a young lady who not only has she gone above and beyond and is an amazing teacher, but she's been spending a lot of money out of her pocket in her classroom. And so that's what Dan's referring to. All right. Who are yours? Your team's most pressure.
I'm so sorry, JJ, just because the phones. Can you tell me what yours were again? I'm just curious.
Minnesota, Denver, and Tennessee. And the reason I put the Vikings in there is
I agree.
the Lions are the landmine game. for the Packers and Vikings as they go and try to
Absolutely.
win that division. You're at home. You're a touchdown favorite. Coming off
Against the Lions.
Monday Night Football. Chance to
A
take a big step
touchdown's
forward.
too much, isn't it? Don't you think?
Night game, 6 points.
It's 6 points.
So touchdown without the extra.
Minnesota -6.
Yeah, that feels like a lot.
And game-changing news this morning.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills will be without both their starting safeties against
And
the
they're
Dolphins. So
playing
give
the
me Miami
Dolphins.
+6
So I had
all day, every day.
you have my wow, JJ.
Not- that doesn't mean they win.
No cover. You're saying to cover.
But your
you-
starting safeties are out,
With
and you have Waddle and Hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's a good bet.
It's interesting.
Wow, I have a combination with you guys. I agree with you, Jeff, on the Bengals and Raiders. I have in the Vikings, and I actually had the Dolphins on there.
So you think it's that big for the Dolphins? So if they lose to the Bills, you see, I think there's a little leeway. They got a safety net. They're started 2-0. They're playing the team that's supposed to win it.
Win the Super Bowl. That's one of my. I can't wait to watch that game.
But you're at home.
hmm
I mean,
They're
the safety's
shorthanded.
there, yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you get blued out, it's another story. I mean, if you lose an NFL game, 26-23, I mean, 31-30, they're all damn close. If you lose an NFL game to that team, I'm not panicking. If I'm the Raiders or the Titans and I lose and I'm 0-3 and I have the expectations I have, I'm panicking.
That we can circle that game.
Joe Burrow said everyone needs to relax. He pulled an Aaron Rodgers out of his
All right.
book.
and that's cool.
I was like, I wouldn't relax.
But
I
if-
would go out
But
and
if
win.
I'm then and I lose to the Jets and I'm 0-3,
Yeah, no.
there's no relaxing.
There's no relaxing. No
like you can
excuses.
smoke all the ganja you want. There's no relaxing, Joe Burrow. Like
Yeah,
hit
Joe.
the dispensary
I
all
don't know how
night. No,
I think he's getting hit too many times.
you know what I'm saying? Now I'm with him. If they win on Sunday and turn it around, they're 1-2, and okay, and that you could say, well, we lost 2 really close games, and we're 1-2, and nobody's running away with our division. We're fine. Relax. Okay, I'm listening to you. But you got to this week. That's why the pressure's on. If they lose to the Jets, and now they're 0-3, with all due respect, Joe, like there's no relaxing your fan base on that.
You could look at all the 0-2 teams. Well, those 3 specifically in the Raiders, Titans, and Bengals.
Yeah.
Because they're all viewed as playoff teams.
And I'm going to throw the Colts in there. I know they're 0-1-1, but that's another team. Now, again, in a division where you feel like nobody's going to run away, you almost feel like they can stumble for a month and then get
Come
hot
back.
late.
Yep.
And because who's going to run away with that division?
See, I don't.
Jaguars.
That's a game I look at, and I don't feel there's pressure for the Colts because I don't think it's a winnable game for them.
See,
right now, I'm that low on.
all right, but you go
Indianapolis.
0-2-1, or like you got a problem in your building. And you if Matt Ryan continues to look like he's looked, like everybody's sitting there yelling at me, he's cooked. Now he looks like an old cooked quarterback in 2 weeks, doesn't he? But I've seen guys, Tom Brady's looked like that in a game, I don't know, 8 years ago. People were telling me, he's done. You see him on that Thursday night game, he's done. All right, yeah, tell me about it.
Carson Wentz revenge game. Commanders
Well, that's
hosting the
interesting.
Eagles.
Yeah, that's interesting. 6.5's a lot of points on that game, isn't it?
I think the Eagles are that good right now.
Do you think the Commanders are that bad?
I don't think you're a bad football team.
No, I don't either.
I mean, the Eagles.
They're
I'll tell you what.
staring at 9-8, 8-9.
Eagles are going on the road this weekend in Washington, coming on a short week. I always struggle with teams traveling on the short week. It's a big number to me for a division game. Like it just
Not a long trip.
No, it's not a long trip. It's just on the road. I mean, it's still the process of, right? It's not like they're sitting on a plane for 5 hours. I got it. I might take the Commanders in the points there.
There's a lot of home underdogs this week.
A lot of home
Holy guacamole.
Yeah, a lot of home dogs.
I mean,
Cardinals are
woo!
kind of like the Cardinals in 3.5 at home against the
my
Rams.
gosh. I didn't even realize it's like
Yeah, no,
almost all the games.
Buccaneers are even. Seattle's a home underdog. Broncos are a home underdog.
Colts, Dolphins, Commanders,
Yeah.
Patriots, Jets. Wow.
Yeah,
Panthers.
Panthers. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of home dogs. This could be and
Cardinals.
there's good stuff. I mean, it's hard just to pick winners in this freaking league. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Yeah.
It's hard to pick winners.
It's a
let
week-to-week league. Come on.
Thank you, Marty. That's very good. That's very good. All right, college football tomorrow. You got actually some really nice games, as well as in addition to the New Mexico thing. You're going to see Michigan on the big noon game finally get a little bit of a test. Mike Locksley brings the Maryland offense. 17 points for Michigan. Does that feel like too many with the Maryland offense? No. All right. Thank you to Justin Harris. He was with us today. Brianna Pareja as well. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Coward will follow that. 2 Men On comes your way at 4, and then you get Ice Toast Baseball. They are in Sugar Land. Want to come back and do it again on Monday morning at 7?
Let's do it.
All right.
Monday morning quarterback.
Adrian, have a great weekend. Thanks for your work this week. A-Marie, great week.
Thank you.
Big weekend for you?
Huge weekend.
You can hear JJ tomorrow, 4:30 over on News Radio KKOB with the pregame show for Lobo football. Be good to each other, please. Have a great, safe weekend. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We will smell you on Monday.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.